In particular, we thank the Minister of Education for the support to the important competition and events. You deserve congratulations for this.
Ladies and gentlemen, as mentioned, the Asia Pacific Robocon competition is held every year, and we are very, very sort of privileged to be hosting it in Fiji next year. And of course, this is organized by the Asia Pacific Broadcasting Union based in Japan. This competition, of course, is going to bring together university students from well over 20 countries in the Asia Pacific region. And of course, the University of the South Pacific School of Engineering and Physics students have been engaged in this competition for the last, since 2002. Equally excited, as you, I'm equally excited to know that we will host this competition in 2020. And of course, this will mark a very historical event for not only USP, but our secondary school students and for all our Asia Pacific participants. And I think we need to prepare well. You might say, well, it's happening in 2020. Why now? 2020 is next year. But if you count down to the months, we don't have a lot of time. So when I met with Dr. Jokan and our team and I said, what are you doing? 2020 is just around the corner. We are about to enter the probably 6th month of the year. Very shortly we'll be entering June. So from June to August we have 1 year. And so what that obviously says is we have a lot of work to be done. A lot of work to be done from the university side as well as from our school section. So the launch that we're going to witness here this afternoon, of course, is a stepping stone for us to gear into the few months of preparation leading up to, not few months, for a year leading up to August 2020. And we will, I can assure you that the ministry will work together with the University of the South Pacific on a number of events linked to the final Robocon competition. We're going to hold a secondary school competition at USP this month. And you've seen that secondary school students have been invited. These students will also be invited to the actual 2020 Robocon competition in August, and this will be held at the Vodafone Arena. We'll be running competitions in schools from May this month to June to select a theme for next year's school competition. And of course, there's a primary school host a competition during the 2020 Robocon competition in July and August. This is the first time for our students to be given this opportunity from the secondary school to take part in events leading up to the actual Asia Pacific competition. I'm sad that we are not able to include our primary school students because we really need to ignite that passion for children to take up science subjects when they reach secondary school. Too often, even if you look at the school system, our careers concentrates on secondary school students when we actually should be building our children from the base when they are in primary schools. So maybe apart from this, we can organize things where our primary school students are also exposed, and we are able to attract and we are able to generate interest among them for these STEM subjects. Ladies and gentlemen, the world has actually recognized, or the world is recognizing, or the world has recognized way back the importance of science, technology, engineering, and maths education. Fiji has also recognized this need, as we lack skilled engineers to contribute to our growing economy, where they can help build better roads and bridges, new machinery, or even buildings, which are now what we need is Category 5 cyclone proof. If I can mention again, earlier this month, 30 girls completed a STEM camp coordinated by Graduate Women Fiji. The initiative here was for primary school students, and we need to build on that, as I said, to have positive self-perceptions and to be encouraged to take up careers in STEM subjects later on in life. We also need to break down the barriers of gender stereotyping in some professions, including, of course, engineering. So in order to promote and increase uptake in STEM subjects at universities, we need some universities to train new teachers who will inspire our next generation of engineers, software programmers, app developers, climate change scientists, and of course, you know, the list can go on and on. Our ministry has been working with the School of Education and the Pacific TAFE to address this, as we need them to up their game in this area. Technology and robotics are now being integrated into everyday life in our society. This competition will enhance our students' knowledge on the applications of different disciplines like maths, physics, computer science, And of course, furthermore, such competitions promote interdisciplinary knowledge and applications of different disciplines, which enables greater creativity. So children, we look up to you. We look up to the young people of Fiji, and we look up to the younger generations to be more creative, more innovative, so that you can take your country forward. So to ensure that our students develop the critical thinking, innovation, analytical skills and teamwork that is required in the engineering profession, activities such as this are going to be of great help. We are working to develop a new concept of science and engineering challenge and a science circuit specific, which we believe will further assist to raise the profile of STEM and engineering with support from various universities. Ladies and gentlemen, in a profession like engineering, the value of teamwork, as mentioned, cannot be overemphasized. And actually, teamwork does not only have to be in the education sector. We need people to build teamwork. If you look at how we live in today's society, we sort of are drifting away and becoming more individualistic, becoming more self-centered. We need the younger generation to come together, put their minds and skills and knowledge and everything for the betterment of others as well. So the activities planned require students to work in collaboration with others and create solutions. We can keep talking and talking about issues that plague our society, issues that we need to address, but we need teamwork to come to solutions. Enough of talking, we need solutions. Whether we're looking at climate change, whether we're looking at the industry needs. We can keep talking, this is what we need, these many engineers we need, these many teachers we need. If I can just briefly come down to the Minister of Education. Because of a lack of interest, maybe, I'm saying maybe from students, we are currently facing teacher shortages in these subjects. Math science. We need to find out why children don't take up math science. We really need to see why we lack engineers. What is it? Are our children not smart enough? They are smart enough. But maybe we are not directing them in the right direction. Secondary schools, primary school, universities, all teaching institutions have a role to play in ensuring that we create that interest. Otherwise, a time will come, everybody would want to be a lawyer, an accounting, economics graduate, stuff like that. What the country needs is what the universities must prioritize, and that's very important. So, so the next 12 months, ladies and gentlemen, will be exciting times for the university, and of course our students will be preparing for this high school competition to be held along with the Asia Pacific Robocon competition in August. When we are engaged with this, we should consider the significance of participation more than winning. We may not emerge as winners, but participating to the best of our ability, guiding these children to the best of the knowledge and ability. Of course, allocating resources again would be time management. For you students, time management would also be very important. We don't want you deviating your attention from your normal schoolwork and do this. So sacrifice, you might have to sacrifice. Right? You might have to take time out because now you are committed. Please don't back off if you find it too difficult. I'm sure your teachers and the coordinators will be guiding you all throughout so that come 2020, well, I can say we emerge as winners, but we should be happy, we should be confident, we should be proud that you participated in this historic event that Fiji is going to host. As for today, we have established the platform for the planned events for August next year. And again, like I said, I congratulate all the schools and the students and the organizers for this launch here this morning. We need to keep that interest going on. We need to keep that flame burning. And of course, this opportunity will allow you to meet other university students, both locally and international academics, and grasp this opportunity to expand your experience and knowledge. See it as a learning grounds. So these competitions, again, you will gain exposure and also experience the innovations in the world of technology. Learn. See this as a learning event. Okay? So be committed and be disciplined, and of course I'm sure come 2020 we will be fully prepared to show the world what we have to showcase and host the other 19 or 20 countries that will be part of this competition. So all in all, Dr. Jokun, you and your team, the university team, if I may say, congratulations for taking this bold step. And I can assure you that you will have our full support. And to the students and to the university students, please take this up as a learning challenge. And to our secondary school students, you being here is enough to inspire your colleagues. Okay? Be proud that you are going to be part of this historic moment. And if I may say, that all necessary support must be provided to our children. And to the teachers, please make sure that your students are guided well, looked after well. And I'm sure come 2020, we'll be just there where we're supposed to be. So thank you very much for having me here, and thank you very much for being here this afternoon, and I wish you well. God bless you all.